right, we're going to start our service. So, those of you in the back, if you'll come in and find a seat, and those of you that are already seated, we're going to just get started. Good morning. Happy Sunday. We've been singing, I Release and I Let Go, and one of the lyrics, the grace of God is sufficient. And that is our theme in January, grace. So I love that idea. The grace of God is sufficient. And we know that there's only one presence and one power, God. So we also have that grace of God, and it is sufficient for all of our needs. So as we center into our service this morning, we're small but mighty this morning. Please join me here in this place.
Here in this place, right? Even on a snowy Sunday morning, we find our place right here. Good morning, and welcome to our vibrant community where love is our sanctuary. Love is our sanctuary, where we joyfully allow God to express as us. We extend a special welcome today to our live stream viewers, and thanks, Missy Michelle. Wherever you are joining us from, know that we feel your presence and hold you in prayer. My name is Susan Armstrong, and I'm happy to be your service coordinator today as we welcome back our friend Daniel Nahmod. At Unity Spiritual Center, we are about transforming lives. Unity is more than a Sunday morning experience. We offer many opportunities throughout the week to expand our awareness of God and bring us closer to one another. So this week, you have 2 opportunities to assist our wonderful outreach team. Join us in making Valentines that will be shared with our communities. You can stop by the Spirit Room this coming Thursday, January 26th, or Saturday the 28th, anytime between 10:30 and 1:30. All the materials will be provided. Next month, the Valentines will be available to be distributed to homes, offices, or anywhere a person might benefit from a word of love from Unity Spiritual Center of Westlake. Express your creativity, visit with friends, and make someone happy. We also have this week, you're invited to join Eileen Spada and friends this Tuesday at 1 o'clock for her Metaphysical Musings discussion group. Come meditate, share beyond the norm experiences, learn how to find answers to questions, and investigate various metaphysical topics in a safe environment. So friends, please be sure to look at the website for detailed information on all of our ongoing classes and activities. If you're here in person, take out the bulletin insert or pick up a flyer on your way out. But it's time to stand and sing our celebration song, and whoo, this is one of my faves.
And we have Daniel Nahmod today. This is one of his songs. I told him this is one of our favorites, and we were singing it today. So if you're watching, Daniel, way to check this out. You ready?
Good old
Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. about love, it's about kindness, it's about hearts open wide. It's about love, it's about passion, it's about taking a chance. It's about love, it's about service, it's about lending a hand. Lending a hand. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine.
Sweet.
Welcome back, Mel.
Keep that energy up while you're standing, and let's share our church affirmation. In this new year of possibilities, I allow grace and gratitude to lead me to a deeper awareness of God. Please be seated.
Good morning. My name is Vivian, and I'm here to share the daily word with you. Today's word is power. The affirmation is, my thoughts and words reflect my divine inheritance. When I listen to my inner conversation and recurring thoughts, I may hear fear-based, limiting talk, or I may hear positive words encouraging me to live joyfully and confidently. The choice is mine. Through my divine gift of power, I take command of my thoughts and my life. I release thoughts of powerlessness, and as I do, my negative self-talk diminishes. I affirm my divine inheritance of faith, wisdom, understanding, and strength, with my thoughts, words, and actions. The power to live a full life is mine. I embrace insights I've gained through experience. I own my mistakes without shame or embarrassment, and I am eager to learn. I am willing to try new things and stretch myself. In power, I thrive. From Proverbs 18, verse 21, death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat its fruits. Let's say the affirmation together. My thoughts and words reflect my divine inheritance.
And entering into our time of meditation and prayer, please join me. Let go of the shore. Let go of the shore and let the water carry you. Let go of the shore, float into the mystery. Let go of the shore and let the water carry you. Let go of the shore, float into the mystery. You have all you need, it's all inside of you. Just close your eyes and breathe and know that you are safe. Let go of the shore and let the water carry you. Let go of the shore, float into the mystery. Float into the mystery.
Good morning. My name's James Van Hal, and I just ask you to join me in a time of meditation. So I just get comfortable, close your eyes, and let's all take a deep cleansing breath. Let go of your entire past and come with wholly empty hands to this now moment. Know that you were created perfect, whole, healed, loved, safe, secure, blessed beyond measure, and nothing can ever take that away. God's holy Son, holy daughter, was created holy without guilt, without sin, wholly loved and innocent. Nothing can ever change this. You can believe otherwise, but your belief does not make it true. What guilt or sorrow you hold in your mind is always about the past and never about who you truly are in this present perfect moment. Here, in this now moment, the Christ light shines on you exactly as God intended. Pure love surrounds you now. Embrace your true self, made in eternal innocence. Your innocence was created by God. It is returned to your mind the moment you would have it. In truth, you have remained totally innocent. Do not oppose what God has willed for you. You have suffered enough. The love of God tells you that this is the only truth you ever really need to know. So let's take another deep, cleansing breath and know that it is God that is breathing in you, through you, as you. God has said, "Your will be done." This is as true in earth as it is in heaven. All that is asked of you is to exchange the world of fear, depression, and anxiety that you have believed in and accept that you are fully worthy of all God's good to bless every aspect of your life. Salvation is knowing your true identity. Affirm with me silently, I am whole, at one with God, at peace. I am a perfect expression of God. Your remembrance of this is what makes you whole and complete. You were created in the image and likeness of God, forever connected in spirit. The truth of this remains as radiant as a star, as pure as light, as innocent as love itself. You are a holy child of God, a priceless part of Mother, Father, God's kingdom. Nothing else exists. Only this is real. Any act of love is an act of gratitude. Your gratitude, then, is your awareness within you, your own being, that you already have everything. So join me now in silence in this place of infinite love and well-being, as together we form a chalice of light and love, the infinite source of God's eternal love, and let us extend that love out to bless our whole world. I am blessed, we are blessed, and so it is. And now I ask you to stay in this sacred space as we move into our time of affirmative prayer.
Here we are in great confidence, filled with conviction and expectation. We are one with Creator. Our Christ self is awake, active, and happy. Today we practice our faith. We release the stories and expectations that no longer serve us. And in the vacuum created, divine order fills in, love thrives, creativity blooms, Jehovah sings. God around me, I am open to hearing my inner voice. I know it is of you. I declare today that I have faith in my divine self. I am whole, I am healthy, I am love in action. I have conviction that you are here, God. I have faith that we are one. I have faith that you are always sending well-being to all your children. I may not intellectually be able to articulate what you are, Creator, but I wholeheartedly enjoy your company and the truths of energy, love, creativity, oneness, generosity, and goodness. I wholeheartedly enjoy your way. Let us now take this time to acknowledge the divinity of our family, friends, and those who are asking for love. We fill this hall with the light and love of God and speak to divine mind and to the Christ self of those for whom we pray. We say their names and bless them with love, good health, joy, and success. God is active, creative, powerful, and good. We are one with God. We are active, creative, powerful, and good. Therefore, we wisely solve problems, learn from conflict, expand, experience joy, flowing energy, and love. We can always connect in love. Life is good. Life is very good. Seeing the glory of God all around us, we give thanks. Please join me in the community prayer for January. In prayer, I open to the activity of grace. One with God, I recognize unlimited potential. I allow unconditional love to move in and through my life and circumstances. It draws me deeper and lifts me higher. Grace surrounds me with infinite love and acceptance. God and good are everywhere present. In faith and with gratitude, I welcome God's grace. Amen. If you have a need or a question in your life, please be comfortable sitting in prayer with a prayer chaplain after service, or put a written prayer request in the prayer boxes. We have several prayer boxes on center. One is in the area at the back of the hall, lovingly called the prayer closet. One is in the prayer sanctuary at this hall's entrance, and the other is on the bureau outside the office. We also always accept and answer prayer requests online at our website. My name is Marilyn Velkerding, and Susan Armstrong and I will be available after service in the prayer sanctuary for private prayer time.
Hello, Westlake. It's Daniel Nahmod, still here in Southern California. Well, soaking wet Southern California. A lot of water falling out of the sky, but we're kind of out of it now, and we're doing okay. We're drying off. It's been pretty exciting over here for a few weeks. I'm honored to be with you again. Thank you, Bonnie, for the invitation. The theme for this morning is grace, and I'll begin with a song of mine that is essentially a hymn with a fairly traditional view of the word grace, I think. And then I'm going to sing you a bunch of songs. I'm going to do, if I can manage it, only a little bit of talking. I thought what I would do today is explore the meaning of grace, maybe I'll call it from the Melina perspective. That would be my wife, who's smarter than me. When I asked her what grace meant to her, she said she doesn't think of amazing grace, that kind of grace. She thinks of the grace of a dancer. And I started thinking, maybe grace, even the religious kind, maybe grace is the easing of suffering, the easing of a path, welcoming someone, comforting someone, including yourself. In other words, grace is making life better, more comfortable, easier, less painful, less scary for yourself or for someone else. Maybe that's what people think of even unconsciously or consciously when they think of God's grace, that God is easing their suffering or sorrow or hardship or fear or pain, that God is welcoming them into an easier life, a better life, a higher calling, a deeper life, a sweeter relationship. Grace is love in action on behalf of someone, whether it's, like I say, for you or for someone else, and whether it's God doing the loving or you or me or I. I think my parents would probably have corrected that sentence. Anyway, so here are some songs, and maybe they'll stir some thoughts or feelings for you about whose path you have eased, to whom you have shown grace, and who has eased your path and shown you grace. I'm going to stop talking now. Yay! And sing you all a bunch of songs. Most of them, I've queued them up on my studio here with some the tracks from the original albums, because they're kind of fun, big productions, so hopefully you'll enjoy that as well. I'll sing them, and I may pick up the guitar and do something, or play the piano as well. So in the meantime, sit back and relax, and let these songs and your thoughts take you where they will.
Trust that the wind knows where it's blowing. You created heaven and earth long before my birth. The entire universe keeps turning. You hold every child in your arms like a sky full of stars. They all know who you are. I'm learning grace. I can feel it. Grace, I can feel it moving through my soul, promising you'll never let me go. Finally I see every moment has its reason, simply meant to be, like the turning of the season. You created all with your hands. I need not understand the invisible plan you're writing everywhere. Such infinite love, so much more than enough. It keeps lifting me up. I'm rising. Grace, I can feel it. Grace, I can feel it moving through my soul, promising you'll never let me go.
And now, as they say, for something completely different. How about grace towards yourself?
Shouldn't I be grown up by now? Shouldn't I have finally figured out a few things? I ain't a kid anymore. Didn't I go through this back then? Why the hell do I need to again? Who said time was a cure? For a minute I'm the man that I wanna be, then up comes some adult non-emergency, and my costume comes apart. And I've lost count of the steps and the slips and bad habits I was sure would lose their grip, but still clinging to my heart. Still I'm wondering why I learned, and I forget, yeah I learned, and I forget, oh I learned, like I'm just getting started. Why do I learn, and I forget, yeah I learned, and I forget, oh I learned, that life ain't for the faint-hearted.
That's my wife singing back up.
How many lessons have I laid to rest? How many wins are just rewritten regrets? No, I can't understand. How many yeses sound like no? Maybe it's best to let my memory go, now that it's made the man I am. Still I'm wondering why I learned, and I forget, yeah I learned, and I forget, oh I learned, like I'm just getting started. Why do I learn, and I forget, yeah I learned, and I forget, oh I learned, that life ain't for the faint-hearted. Oh, oh, I wish I could say wisdom comes with age, but lately I ain't so sure. At the end of the day, I just hope I've made a mistake I never made before. Oh, I wanna know why I learned.
I should be singing, but I love this part. It's like I'm just getting, that's my niece.
Learn, and I forget, yeah I learn, and I forget, oh I learn, life ain't for the faint-hearted. Oh, I learn, and I forget, yeah I learn, and I forget, yeah I learn, like I'm just getting started. Why, oh why, oh why do I learn, and I forget, yeah I learn, and I forget, oh I learn, that life ain't for the faint-hearted. I learn, I learn, I learn, I learn, and I forget. Life ain't for the faint-hearted.
No. That was like a tour of the family there, at least a little bit of it. My wife was in there, my niece was in there. I talked over it when she sang. It's like she said, I'm just getting started. And that's my little niece, Allie, who I've known now since the minute she was born. I was outside her hospital room, and she happened to be over, and I said, hey, Allie, would you appear on my album? And well, what a kick that was. She's now, of course, 19, which makes me vintage. Let's do another song. Another kind of grace. Well, you know what? I'm not going to fill in the blank on this song, about who I'm singing about, where I'm singing. I'm going to leave this song for whatever it feels like to you. This is from the new album. Years wandering the world, where in the world, what was I doing here? All of these years, searching in vain, cursing the rain, chasing the runaway train of my mind. It never went quietly, but this time I feel myself silently praising the day I found my way home, home to a place where I've always belonged all the way. From lost and alone, from hopelessly gone, I am the prodigal son. I don't know what I did to deserve such a gift as the day I found my way home. How can I repay? How to convey how good it feels to be here in your arms, suddenly safe, totally loved in a way that's been healing my heart. You are a miracle in my life. I've never been so grateful as the day that found my way home, home to a place where I've always belonged all the way, from lost and alone, from hopelessly gone. I am the prodigal son. I don't know what I did to deserve such a gift as the day I found my way home. The day I found my way home. The day I found. Oh, and I'll never wonder again if there is an end to my tears. The answer is here. Since the day I found my way home to a place where I've always belonged all the way, from lost and alone, from hopelessly gone. I am the prodigal son. I don't know what I did to deserve such a gift as the day I found my way home, as the day I found my way As usual, a few notes I wish I could take back, but I'm going to let this thing keep recording instead of editing. Because these are the ABCs of me. Okay, so back to the I learn and I forget part. And if you don't know what notes I wish I could take back, then never mind. I didn't say anything. It was impeccable. It was like Andrea Bocelli meets Karen Carpenter. Anyway, so let's do another song. This one's very different. So I came to the fork of a river, and I didn't know which way I should go. I had no map, no compass or driver, precious little information to show. It can be hard in this life to make decisions, and it's an altogether common thing to fail. But as I surveyed my current situation, I decided to just go ahead and sail. There is no one way, there is no foolproof plan, no fateful final chance. I just wake up each day, do the best I can, and when I hear the music, dance. I confess I get confused quite often. Seems sometimes I hardly ever get it right. But I think life's about just facing fear and trying, so I'll just point my little boat towards the light. There is no one way, there is no foolproof plan, no fateful final chance. I just wake up each day, do the best I can, and when I hear the music, dance. So whatever you're facing, just remember this: that control you've been craving cannot be. Just take a long, deep breath and surrender it. You'll be all right, you'll see. There is no one way, there is no foolproof plan, no fateful final chance. I just wake up each day, do the best I can, and when I hear the music, dance. There is no one way, there is no foolproof plan, no fateful final chance. I just wake up each day and do the best I can, and when I hear the music, dance. There is no one way, there is no foolproof plan, no fateful final chance. So just wake up each day, do the best you can, and when you hear the music, dance. When you hear the music, dance. When you hear the music, dance. Halfway through that song, for some reason, into my mind popped Fred Rogers, Mr. Rogers, who, as you know, I'm sure, most of you know, visited with children in America and I believe all over the world for decades, using public television to perform the magic trick of visiting all those homes at the same time. But make no mistake, for him it was a personal visit into the home and the mind and the heart of any child who happened to be watching or tuned in to see him share his stories and his songs, introduce kids to his friends, think about things out loud, learn new words, learn about history, learn about occupations. But the thing that I think underlied and transcended all the details of everything that gifted guy did with all those years on public television, underneath it all, I think he was a deliverer of grace. of kindness and gentleness and acceptance, so that any child watching at home who may or may not know where their next meal is coming from, who may or may not be going to a safe school, who may or may not have both parents at home, who may or may not be physically well, who may or may not have siblings, who may or may not have a home, that child was looked in the eye by Fred Rogers and was told, "You are loved and you are okay." And I think that just has to be a kind of grace that is literally and actually within yours and my capacity to deliver on a daily basis. We are instruments, and this is, I don't mean to wax so sort of flowery, but we are actually instruments. We are actually tools for the delivery of that kind of grace. And I just admire Mr. Rogers, of course, and I just admire anyone who uses whatever they've got to do that for other people, to deliver that to other people. I just volunteered, actually, just sang some songs at my boys' school, and I told them about a waffle that I bought recently. I went into a diner. I was far from home. Well, I was 50 miles from home, needed breakfast. So I went into a place which had the word waffle in the name, and I sat down, and it was very crowded. And I figure I'll get a waffle, since waffle is in their name. It's a general principle of mine. Got to figure it's going to be decent. And the waitress came in. It was very crowded, very bustling, every table full, line out the door. But the waitress came up to my table approximately like this. This is just a couple months ago. I won't remember her exact manner, but this is the way she was. "Honey, you are so sweet to wait so patiently. How are you? It's great that you're here. I am so sorry I kept you waiting. Is this your first time here? I haven't seen you here before. If I have, I apologize, but I don't think I've seen you before." And I said, "Yeah, it actually is my first time." "Oh, honey, are you getting a waffle? Get a waffle. You're going to love it. Delicious. And you know what? I'm going to bring you a couple of extra sauces, a couple of dipping sauces for your waffle on the house, because I think you're going to love your breakfast." And that's the way she treated me. And I watched, and that's how she treated every table around her. And when I left, I snuck up to her while she was, rolling forks and napkins and whatever else and loading up a tray. And I said, can I tell you something? 10 seconds. She said, "Of course." I said, "The waffle, delicious. But you made it worth it to come in. You were enough reason to come in, to watch you do your job the way you do your job. You made me feel like I was a member of a family. And it's just special, and I want you to know." And she said, "Honey, I can't tell you how much good that does for my heart." And I was like, "I know." I said, "I know. I can tell, because your whole heart is in this job. I'm watching it, and it was beautiful, and thank you so much." And I left. And if I think about the subject of grace, that woman, it's coming out of her pores. That woman is the embodiment of grace, you see, because you and I, you're sitting in a room right now watching, and if you're at the church watching, you know that you have an ache or a pain or a sadness or a fear that the people around you don't know about. You know it, and I know it. We don't know that. I don't know your detail, you don't know mine, but I know that it's true. And everyone around you has something. Everyone in that room right now. Everyone is scared about something, sad about something, worried about something. Everybody in that room misses somebody. Everybody in that room has lost something. Everybody in that room has lost someone. I'm not saying life isn't beautiful. but it's also hard. And it's just a reality. Everyone in that room. So everyone in that waffle restaurant came in with some need for grace. Didn't look like it. You wouldn't know it. It's a family of three. I saw a grandmother and her granddaughter was so adorable. But every single person in that room needed a little bit of grace. And that waitress wasn't missing her shot. Just like Mr. Rogers, they put a camera on him and he took his shot to deliver it into the camera, to deliver it into the eyes. As much as he could make eye contact, he did, into the eyes of a child who needed a hug, who needed an encouraging word, who needed a connection. And we all do. Not only do I want to say thank you again for having me, but I also want to invite you to a couple things. One is my musical Monday night concerts are still going on every Monday night, 9 o'clock Eastern. Every Monday night on Facebook, Daniel Nahmod USA. You're invited. I've been doing it now, 400-something shows, and they are continuing. And the other thing I want to invite you to, since you're watching this, if you're watching this on Sunday, this coming Sunday, I'm starting a group on Tuesday. I've done a bunch of small groups on Zoom, and I'm starting a group. And this one is a little different than any that I've done before, and it's called the Good News Group. And it's a small group, private, not recorded, not shared with anybody else. We are going to get together and share our good news and experience the good news of others. We are going to talk about our wins and our triumphs, little and big. Extra $5, a good diagnosis, good lab test from a doctor, a call from a grandson, whatever it is, we're going to share good news. I'm going to sing some songs. We'll discuss a little bit about how we can approach life with a little bit more lightness. If this resonates for you, I'm not asking much money. It's just a few dollars to register, and then it's pay what you can if you can after that. So it's not about money. It's about it's time. It's time to return if you are feeling remote from it. It's time to return to the brighter side of things, and we're going to do it by sharing good news. 6 weeks on Tuesdays at 7 o'clock Eastern Time for 6 weeks, starting next Tuesday, starting 2 days after you're watching this on Sunday. So if you want to join the Good News Group, and if there's still space, and there is right now, if there's still space on Sunday, go to my website and sign up, danielnahmod.com, DanielNahmod.com, and join me. I'll send you a link, and you'll join a small, supportive group, and we will just, guaranteed, spend an hour and a half feeling good. That's the idea. An hour and a half feeling good for 6 weeks. Sounds like a plan to me. Here is one more song. Thank you for having me. Sorry, as always, for running, as always, too long. Story of my life. For every tear, oh, sorry, I got the wrong line. For every hill, there is a valley. For every winter, the promise of spring. For your heartache, there will be healing, though it's not easy remembering. For every tear, there's comfort, I promise. For every midnight, the deep breath of dawn. But in the darkness, no one can blame us for wondering how everything went so wrong. For wondering when the lights will come back on. What if the sky is always blue? Just beyond the clouds. What if the only thing to do is live this life out
Here we go again. The headlines are screaming fear and division, diminished returns. But even in these dark days, let's keep on believing that the sun still brightly burns. Maybe that's what we are here to learn. What if the sky is always blue? Just beyond the clouds. If this is only an illusion, we can live this life right now. 'Cause it's gonna hurt sometimes, though no matter what we do, never mind the doubts. 'Cause just beyond our view, I believe the sky is always blue. 'Cause it's gonna hurt sometimes, though we might know the truth. Never mind the doubts. Forget about those clouds. 'Cause just beyond our view, I believe the sky is always blue.
Wishing you a graceful week ahead. Happy New Year. Thank you for having me. See you soon. Bye.
I really love that first song of his, that Grace one. Whew, thank you, Daniel, teaching through that music and reminding us of Mr. Fred Rogers and how lovely people can be wherever you go. You just show up with that same grace and you'll be met. All right, friends. So collectively, we have been uplifted and inspired by our shared experience this morning. From this raised awareness of the truth of who we are, breathe into that feeling of gratitude and joy. In that consciousness, we turn now to the spiritual practice of generosity as we share our financial gifts. If you're sharing your gift in service, you can hold it in your hands. If you give with your credit card, including through the donate button on our website, hold that gift in your heart. Please bless your offering, and as we affirm together, in gratitude, I see abundant blessings and possibilities.
So I'm going to start us off. Join in if you want, and as soon as the offering comes by, feel free to stand up. There was a time in my life I thought I'd have to do it all for myself. Didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. Didn't know the love of God was at hand. But now I can say, if you are discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day, you've got to let it go, let it all go. And this is what you have to say: I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open
and be seated. Thank you. Yeah, love that song. Thank you. And so, my friends, we dedicate these gifts and prayers to the will and the way and the work of the living, loving, moving Christ in and through our ministry of love to transform us and all those out there on planet Earth. We thank you, Divine Mind, for enough and more than enough to meet our desires. Amen. So in our service today, we have raised the consciousness through prayer, through the message, and all that wonderful music, meditation, and gratitude. From this place of high consciousness, let us now join our search team in affirming together. Joyously, I am affirming the right minister is drawn to this congregation, and our congregation is drawn to this right minister in perfect divine order, and I am grateful. We swung wide those doors in our opening, and that's where it is. We're swinging wide our doors for this minister. Come on in. Unity Spiritual Center gives a portion of our offering to several other organizations, including one we select each month. This month, we'll be giving 2% to the Youth Challenge of Westlake. Youth Challenge offers a year-round adapted sports and recreational programming throughout the greater Cleveland area to young people with physical disabilities. I love us. We do good. So, friends, thank you for joining us this morning, and a special thanks to any new guests who've joined us on our live stream. And we're so happy that Spirit guided you to be here with us. You can join us this after service in the community room for fellowship. Jessie St. Christopher will be having to cancel her class after service today. We're sending her much love and light. Our guest speaker next week is Reverend Karen Shepherd, and our soloist is our very own Roberta McLaughlin. And I want to wish you all a happy new Chinese New Year. Boop, hop, hop, hop. And let's go ahead and sing our closing songs. See y'all next week.
Peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony.
safe travels. Stop and have a cup of coffee and visit.